today we're going to be talking about registration. Now, registration is the beginning of the whole event and it's very important. So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to talk about the binder. This is where you're going to put all the people who've pre-registered or registered that day that they come in here. And if you know that the form is in here, then we know it's totally completed. The form is going to look just like this. Please make sure the parents fill out the front and the back. And if they have multiple children, like I do, they can definitely put all their kids on one form. Now, the only thing that we need to talk about is if someone happens to bring a child who is not theirs, we really would like the parents to fill out the medical release and the photo release. That's very important. We never want to do anything without the parents' permission. So if it happens that a child comes and their parents aren't there or whatever, we ask that you talk to the children's director or the pastor to make the final call. So when you're at the registration table and a family comes, the one thing that we want to keep in mind is trying to keep each team about the same number of kids. Now, you're going to have teams that are a little bit bigger because a kid brings a friend and maybe there's 3 friends that come and they all want to be on the same team. That's totally fine. Just when the next family comes, you're going to just divide between the other teams that don't have as many kids. Now, when you're putting kids on the teams, you really want to be mindful of age and whether it's a boy or girl. We really want to mix up the teams. We don't want a whole group of 12-year-olds and a whole group of 5-year-olds. We really want to have older to the younger kids. That way, the older kids can help the younger ones and begin that leadership process of feeling good about what they're doing and just being helpful. And that also helps the team leaders, especially if the groups are large. Okay, now each kid is going to get their own name tag. So if they're all on the same team, obviously they're all going to get the same color. But if they're on different teams, like my boys would request, they're going to get 3 different colors. Now, the way that we kind of coordinate them all together is by a parent number tag. And it's going to look just like this. And on here is just going to be a random number. And we're going to put that on each of the kids' name tag. So if you can see that at the bottom, this is 68 and this is for Timothy. This is 68 and this is for Jonathan. And this is 68 and this is for Michael. So that way it keeps the families all together, even though their team, or even though their kids are split throughout the program. On the name tag, we're going to have their name, and we want to write their first name in bold and then go ahead and put their last name on the back. That's easy to identify for us if you're in crafts or activities or we're calling kids up, that we can just look at the first name and call them right up. The second thing that is super important is allergies. There are so many allergies these days that we really want to make sure that is bright and highlighted. So that is in a red marker. And then obviously the parent number. Now at the end of the night or the end of the day, when the VBS is over, we're going to be collecting the parent tag and the name tag of all the kids and put them all together. Okay, now I bet if you're doing registration you think we just need you at the beginning, but that is so not true. We definitely need you at the end of the VBS time also. What we're going to do is we're going to have the parents come in and gather their kiddos. And when they come to the exit points, we're going to ask you, the registration people, to be there with these little baskets or boxes. And what you're going to do is you're going to just make sure that the parent number and the kids' numbers all match. So if I came with my 3 kids, you would ask to see the parent tag and gather up the name tags from the kids because we want to keep them here so when they come back the next day, we're ready to go. And you're going to just make sure that each number is 68, 68, 68. Once you do that and you've collected it all, they are free to go on their merry way.